First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, help us to commemorate and celebrate our 19th anniversary for Life Essentials. We want to I want to bring on a couple of people before the program starts, and excuse me, I'm always nervous still, I don't know why, after 19 years, I still get used to it. But anyway, we're here at Cascade Elementary School. I have a son who attends here, and the gracious principal was so very helpful in allowing us to come to the school. We did everything he could to assist that we get here. So I'd like to first bring on the principal, Dr. Al Jesse, to say a few words of welcoming from Cascade Elementary.
Thank you, Mr. Wanzu, and welcome everybody. It's hard act to come down what we just seen, but it looks like Mr. Wanzu and company has got a great program in store for you tonight. Please make yourself at home. I want you to also meet my co-art, my president of the PTA, Mr. Ron Carter, will also bring words. Thank you and welcome. If there's anything we need to make you stay comfortable, please just let us know.
All right. Thank you very much. Welcome this evening again from Cascade PTSA. I'm the president for 1997-1998, and it's wonderful to see you here this evening. For Life Essentials, like Mr. and Mrs. Wanzu, who are Cascade Elementary PTSA members also, and we'd like to extend a warm welcome to you to be a part of our Cascade Elementary. It's got a little rain up there. I hope it's not disturbing too many people's ears. But we would love to have you a part of our Cascade Elementary also. And if you would, probably at the end of this program or something, you can stop over to the table and sign up. I'm always be your responsive, okay? And we'd love to have you a part of us because our children come first. As you see, these beautiful children up here performing and all, and that's some of the small things or some of the things that we'll be looking for in the future to do more things with our children and with our community. So if you would, again, give a warm welcome to our wonderful, illustrious speaker, D.Gregory. I think he's a wonderful person. He's a personal friend, and also he's very articulate. He's going to bring some good news to our wonderful community. Thank you very much, and enjoy yourself this evening.
Okay, what we want to do, this is the first for us. We have had programs in different places, and generally have our anniversary outside. As I was saying, Dr. Jesse was very gracious in extending this school to us, and I've been asked to chair the cultural committee for the PTA here. And I hope this will be the beginning of a series of events that we can have at this school, that we can begin to form more of a partnership with schools, especially this school in this community, which we're a part of, and bring more activities here, the community to the school and the school to the community. So I certainly hope that you will be a part of that effort. I'm going to bring on a couple of very good friends and close, I guess, comrades or whatever you want to call them, who are in a similar kind of business that Life Essentials in, the business of health and healing and so forth. It's not just a business, it's an avocation. Because I've known both of these a person for a number of years. Dr. Tate, we've been working together for about 14, 15 years now, very consistent. I want him to come forth and talk about his work. And then Mac from Mac Fitness Center, I think he's about to celebrate the 25th?
25th, so 50 years of business.
25th and 15th year business anniversary. So they're going to come up and share a few words with you about what they are about. So, Dr. Tate.
we doing this evening? You know, I'm anxious just as much as you to listen to what Brother Gregory has to say to us this evening. We know he's going to impart a lot of wisdom to us. Briefly, and I'm not going to take a lot of time, I want to explain a little bit about what natural healing is about. Too often, I hear people have conversations about what the concepts of natural healing is, and they're way off base. I was talking to some people yesterday in the health food store, and they walked up to me and they said, well, you know, Dr. Tate, I caught this cold. And I put my head down and said, oh no, you caught a cold. Oh yeah, I was around some other people and they were coughing and sneezing, and I woke up the next day and I was congested, as if, you know, some bacterial germ had your name on it. You know, when you came close, it attacked you and caused you to go through a crisis. The point I'm making is that our lifestyle, what we do, determines 90% of our health conditions. You know, we got throwing environmental poisonings and, you know, bad air and bad water and all those kinds of things. But 90% of our health crises come from what we do. What we eat, what we drink, whether or not we exercise, whether or not we drink enough water, our attitude, our lifestyle, whether or not our body cleanses properly. Too often we want to blame something else. Bacteria or germs seem to be the popular thing. It's blamed for the cause of sickness and disease. Being under too much stress is the cause of sickness and disease. All that does is trigger the problems that we already create in our system. And in the brief time that I have, I want to give you one principle in natural healing that always stands out. And that is that most causes of sickness and disease are due from our lifestyle. An accumulation of poisons in our body over a period of years. We're not talking about what we ate last week or what we ate last month. We're talking about garbage that we've been accumulating in our body for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. If we walking around today feel like we're fine, feel like we're healthy, and tomorrow we're ill. It didn't happen overnight. It's a process that came about. A process that came about by the accumulation of poisons and the accelerated clogging and decay in our system. That's why you can look at some people and at 40 they look young and at 35 they look old. It's because of what we put into our system and how the body responds to it. It's like, how many of you are familiar with the colon, or where the colon is? This tends to be where we call our stomach. You know, oh, my stomach. Stomach's up here. Our colon is here. It can accumulate years and years of garbage, fermenting, spoiling, and distilling in your body. Think of this, for example. You had a meal yesterday. You had leftovers. Put the leftovers in a pot, you slide it in the refrigerator. About 2 or 3 weeks later, you look in the refrigerator, you're saying, what's that? You know you haven't looked in that pot for a while, so you know what it's going to look like. You almost don't want to look in it. You pull it out, you see all that fermentation and spoiling going on. It looks so bad that sometimes you can't even recognize what it was. It also looks so bad you have to stop for a second and think, do I really need this Tupperware bowl? Do I really need this pot? Or can I just put it in a baggie and throw it in the trash? The same type of fermentation and spoiling goes on inside our body, in the center of our body. Then it reabsorbs back into our system, hampering functions, clogging the system, accelerating breakdown in the body. What we need to do as first steps, and what I try to do as a guide or coach or consultant, is try to guide you in a path that will help you start to remove those years of accumulated garbage before it causes premature death. Years of accumulated garbage that not only create a cesspool, but sometimes get as hard as this in your system. So when you become a vegetarian, I was talking to somebody this morning. Yeah, I was a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for 8 years. Now all of a sudden my rashes coming out of my skin, my sinuses are all clogged. I'm going through these health crises, but I've been a vegetarian for 8 years. What we tend to forget when we start to change our lifestyle is we still have to remove the old junk from the body. Saying in order to have the new, you got to get rid of the old. You've got to get rid of that old accumulation in the body. Otherwise, it's like a time bomb ticking away. So we've got to exercise, we've got to drink our water, we've got to start eating foods that are more from the earth instead of that quick foods. We have to start helping the body in that accelerated process. So if I want to leave you with a couple of things, 2 things you want to think about. First is water. You've got to get water in your body. Not juice, not sodas, not teas. I don't care if you got a Juice Man Jr. or whatever you got. Talking about, I get my carrot and celery, beet, do a little garlic in it, that's fine. I've got my fluid. It doesn't count. The body responds to water differently than it responds to any other ingredient that you put in it. Your kidneys, your bladder, your liver, your muscles, your lungs, all that is not going to respond like it would respond with water. And I don't mean a glass or 2 a day. We're going to need to get at least 8 to 10 8-ounce glasses of water in our system a day, spread out through the course of the day. Don't do like some people that say, well, I know I need to drink my 8 glasses, so they line up a half a gallon in front of you and try to drink it all down at one time. Body can't handle that. It's too much, too quick, so you have to spread it out through the course of the day. Take it almost like medicine. Because if you try to put that in at one time, the body can't assimilate it. That's like saying you need 3 meals a day and you're going to get them all in right now. Your body cannot handle that. Water is the first thing. Second, you want to be sure that you're getting daily bowel movement. 1-2 times a day, or a standard principle may be at least 1 good movement for every time you eat. Not every snack, but every time you eat. Not every meal, but every time you eat. And if you eat nothing the whole course of the day, you still should average 2 to 3 good bowel movements most days. If you do not, then you start to accumulate poisons in the system. And that time bomb starts ticking away. You say, well, I only had a little bit, I only had some fruits and a small salad, so I shouldn't have much movement. But remember, we've got that old accumulation, fermenting, spoiling, and decaying in the body. We have to get that out before it kills us. So we have to get the water, we have to start doing things to help the body cleanse. Now what I try to do is I try to, again, be a coach. I just try to kind of coach you through it. I'll call myself a naturopath, an herbalist, lifestyle consultant, but I'll never call myself a healer, because the body is the true healer. That's a God-given gift. Its ability to cleanse, heal, and rebuild itself indefinitely, provided we give it the right ingredients. So we need to start saying to ourselves, I'm going to make at least 1 change every month in my lifestyle and in what I do. So by the end of the year, you've made 12 major changes. And if you're not sure, there are enough people around that can help guide you through it. But we need to start making changes, because time is starting to run out on us. Now I want to thank you for the few minutes. I'll be over here at the end of the session if you want to disagree with me or complain about something. I'm open to questions and I'm open to everything. And I want to thank Wanzu and Life Essentials for giving me an opportunity to speak to you for a few minutes. And I want to say God bless. Thank you.
How's everybody doing? Everybody stand up for a minute, please. Yeah, there you go. Now give me a little shoulder roll here. Yeah, yes. Keep those legs out a little bit. A little hip rotation a little bit there. Get the kinks out. Okay, that's good. Thank you. ladies and gentlemen, the point that I want to emphasize, the body was designed to move. When you sit for too long, the body begins to shut down. So I want to encourage you to make some type of exercise a part of your lifestyle. Now, it doesn't matter what you do. Excuse me, just as long as it's on a regular basis. Most of us complain about not having time to exercise. But just change your concept of it. Exercise is a tool that allows you to achieve other goals in your life. So it's just like education. You need it in order to be successful. Now, if you are interested in starting your own business, by all means, do so. My survival has been based on the participation of the community, and it has been fantastic. Congratulations to Brother Wanzu and Life Essentials. Community, give yourselves a hand.
I'd like to give him an applause again, please. They both have information on the table over here, and there are some very exciting things going on in this community. Both of them are a part of that. There's also a new wellness center that has been started just down the street here. It's been initiated by the Hillside Truth Center, and Dr. Tate is working out of there, as well as a couple of other people I had hoped to have seen, so I at least point them out. But there's some wonderful things happening in this area. We're going to bring on Barefoot Ballet again and let them perform a while before we bring on our keynote speaker. We also have some vendors outside in the hallways and in the lobby coming in. So we give you the opportunity to go and support them too. They go through a lot to bring you what they have, their best. So we hope that you will, support them too. So we're going to bring Barefoot Ballet back on.
But D.Gregory has changed the very way that I think. And because of sitting under him for so many years and listening to him speak, I don't even view things the same as I used to. If a man gives you just information, then the next time new information comes out, you still may not understand it or you may not be able to see the truth. But when he teaches you how to think, when there's a new piece of information, you can see through the fog of deception and you can begin to see the truth of things. I sat under D.Gregory for years and years and years, and he comes to our show each year, lectures for 3 days, and I sit there and listen to him. And all types of revelations are unfolded each year. Each year is something different, something new, and each year I learn something. And I've even understood a different dimension of D.Gregory because I used to think that D.Gregory was just a man who read papers and magazines and was able to simply understand things from just reading papers and magazines. And I saw him do something in a seminar. I saw him pull people out of the office and just begin to tell the people things about themselves. I mean, stuff that you just can't. I saw him tell people, one lady put your hot water in the house. So I just admonish you to listen to this man. And don't just listen to him, but understand what he says. And let that understanding make a change in your life. You see, even knowledge, if it is bestowed upon you and you don't do anything with it, it's like casting pearls before swine. Right. Still does you no good. So you have to listen to what this man says and allow the knowledge to make a change within your life and within your work. And I'm just thankful that I've really been blessed to have the opportunity to sit under D.Gregory and listen to his wisdom and to his revelation and to allow it to come into my world and make a change within me. I really regret that I'm not going to be able to stay tonight. I told Mr. Gregory I had another appointment and I was due at 7 on the program, and like it's that time for me to go the minute he comes on. But I'm making sure that I'm going to get a copy of the tape. That's one thing about D.Gregory. I can sit and listen to this man 5 and 6 hours straight, and I never get bored. Because he's just that full of information that you've never heard before, and information that will change your world. So ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, Mr. D.Gregory.
And that table around for me, this table got to be around. Thank you, brother. Fine, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. All right, all right. Hello. Let me first say that I thank and praise God that we have all made it here safely today. Can this mic come up anymore? Which one? I got the wrong one. I'm sorry. We thank and praise God that we have all made it here safely today. And I pray to God that your return and my return will be equally safe. You know, man, when I told your brother's wife that her car was leaking, I didn't read that in the paper. See, white folk know everything. At least they think they do anyway. I really had a wonderful time since I've been here. I've been over at the health food store all day. And Wanzu has a wonderful place over there. And to you and the family, we say congratulations on 19 years. Isn't that incredible? 19 years. 19 years. See, I went over there and when I go to the health food store, I just treat myself. This is calcium. And y'all ever buy stuff and read the directions? See, I don't read. See, I used to drink a fifth of scotch or whiskey. I ain't never read no directions on no whiskey bottle. So before the night's over, I'll probably drink this whole bottle of calcium. It's amazing how they play games with people's head, ain't it? I mean, people don't know nothing about health, running around talking about taking too many vitamins. But you ain't never heard nobody, when they get a six-pack, talk about too much beer in here. When I was in college, I used to go hang out with some white boys, and they used to go, and those of y'all been to college with white boys, I don't know about the girl, they'll drink 4 or 5 pitchers of beer a night. A night. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Friends, I mean, they're friends behind that first picture. My God, you can marry a sister of mine. I don't care who she married, as long as she loved them. That's when you get the signal. Didn't mention nothing about you being in love. Say she been in love. And then on that second picture, that's when you better start easing. Hey, y'all saw what happened, 2 months ago in Virginia, huh? And everybody's upset because the Attorney General and them did not declare it a hate crime because that brother was with friends. He knew them white boys. They've been out drinking. But he didn't know that white boy got a limit. And then it go reverse. Nigga, did I hear you say you married my sister? Oh yeah, they reverse it. I be with my white friends. See, I got different types of white friends, you know. Normally when I'm talking, I tell white folks, the white folks I be talking about, because if y'all know me, you know most of my audience have always been white. I mean, that's just the price I charge that most black folk can't afford me. Hey, I ain't know, you know, and I just tell the brothers and sisters, I'll give you a break, and I tell white folks, I'll give you a break because I know y'all gonna tell them. Yeah, first they say, how come you got 2 prices? I tell everybody, I got 2 prices. I got one for black folk and one for white folks. Now, so we get that out the way. And my white brothers and sisters there, you hear me talking about white folk there? Trust me, I am not talking about you. That's right. See, I advocate that it ain't but 5 white folks on the whole planet. And the rest of y'all is imposters, because white ain't got nothing to do with a color. White is attitude. And if you ain't got some big billions of bucks in the bank, you can't have the attitude. And you black folks in America, y'all done mess white folks up because y'all mad at the wrong white folks. White folks y'all couldn't help you if they liked you. You serious? They'll kill them on the way to get me. I'm talking about Queen Elizabeth type white folks. Now them bees my white folks. Queen Elizabeth make $300 million every 24 hours just interest on her money. Oh yeah, and them type of white folk don't lie. They say we going to war to protect our interests. As in interest. Black folk run around talking about, I'm going because the flag, I'm going because I love America. Please, I'll only fight for Allah. What God needs you to fight for them? So I like Queen Elizabeth type white folks. And no, we just going to protect our stuff. So let's get it on. Now, them bees my type of white folk. Now, what was it, 2 nights ago, I'm speaking to 25,000 I'm saying 6,000 white folk paid me $25,000. And I like speaking to all white folks. That's why I'm just thrilled to see so many black folks. Normally I don't see that many of y'all when I be talking. But I like speaking to them white folks. Them white folks pay me. First they know I spend about $400, $500 a week just on magazines and newspapers. So they want what I got in my head. And I don't cut them no slack. They pay me good because they think I'm an authority on y'all. They think if they mess with me, y'all would get them. I don't let them ask me no questions. I intimidate them. I just walk out. The other night and I said, all black folks is on welfare. Now let's get to the next issue. White dude sitting on the front row, he humming and said, but you just can't say that. I said it, boy. All black folks is on welfare. Well, why do you say that? Because every time I pick up the paper, I'm tired of reading about white men in America is upset over affirmative action because black folks is taking y'all's job. Now, you're not going to have it both ways. Either we all on welfare or we got your job. I mean, think about the games they play. And it works. They can shame most of you black folks out of welfare. Black folks run right out. I don't want no welfare. How can you be stupid enough to hate free money? There was some black folks up there talking about, I don't want no welfare. They're on their way to play the lottery number. They don't want no welfare. My mother was like that. I was 9 years old. I saw this funny look on her face. I said, Mom, what's wrong? She said, she just went to the mailbox and got that check. She said, well, I just be glad when we get off welfare. I took that check and said, Mom, look, it says aid to dependent children. You're not on welfare. We are. This is our money. You just the administrator of this check. White folks that messed around gave you an executive position. You can't even appreciate it. But if y'all meet any black folks that say they're ashamed of welfare, tell them I said move to Canada and tell them to mail the check over there and call it foreign aid. That don't seem to bother none of y'all. The game. I was born and raised on welfare. I've been on both types of welfare. I'm the president of my corporation. I've made millions of dollars. I ride first class everywhere I go. And on first class last year on the American Airlines, they gave away in that front cabin $250 million worth of whiskey for free, which means y'all paid for it. But then upset because the welfare mother asked for some apple juice for the baby. What kind of fool are we dealing with? I can leave here tonight and go all over the world and take a prostitute with me. And as long as I got enough sense to call that hoe my secretary, it's a tax write-off. Campaign reform is going out the box, and ain't nobody gonna mess with it because nobody in America is gonna mess with power because you know they'll hurt you. So we got to find poor, weak people we can pick on. So welfare mothers is a good right. What they will never tell you is 80% of every mother that's ever been on welfare in the history of America has never produced a child on welfare. They just keep showing you that 20%. It's a game they play. And how you black folk can look at NBC, CBS, ABC, and the Atlanta Constitution and get your opinion about yourself mean that you might not be as close to God as you think you are. I mean, they just put it out there and y'all run back with it. I'm so damn sick and tired of hearing black folk talk about black men in jail. Everywhere I go, I see black men. Black women walk around, there's a shortage of black. No, you just ugly and evil and couldn't get a man if you was the last woman on the planet. Give me that crap. Do you know more black men showed up 2 years ago at the Million Man March than we got in jail? No, don't clap. Hear what I'm saying now. system had convinced you that march wasn't going to be a success. And what they haven't told you, nobody's ever dared have a march on a Monday. Promise Keeper on a weekend when everybody had from Friday to get there and Sunday to get back to their job. Let me tell you about them black brothers and you sisters. The boy called the march in October, not in August when school was out and you had some vacation time. And almost 2 million black men showed up. Far more black men showed up there than what we got in jail. Why every day y'all talk about niggers in jail, but don't talk about all them black men that wasn't in jail that showed up on that Monday? Because NBC have not told you to talk about it. I was at the March on Washington. It was something else. 1963, but white folks made it real easy for us. I lived in Chicago. They had trains taking you from Chicago to Washington, D.C. and back for $30. When we went there 2 years ago, a white racist system didn't cut us no slack, baby. You paid full price. You paid full price for the hotel. The two most expensive hotels in America is the Ritz-Carlton and the Four Seasons in Washington, D.C. Brothers had booked them 6 months before the march. 3 weeks before the march, you couldn't get no space to fly on your private jet to Butler Aviation because all them black brothers and sisters that done left the country, they flew back in their private jets. And not one white newspaper talked about the march, so we can't say they helped us. And the only time they start cutting loose talking about it when they hit them computers and saw all the hotel reservations was full. That when they saw you couldn't rent a bus nowhere in America. When they saw that all the airlines, all the trains was full. When they got through at Union Station, a sister down there told me they didn't have no food for 2 days. We don't talk about that. A white racist country where black folks and white folks lie to one another. And we don't take no time out every day talking about racism. President of the United States went all the way to Arkansas. 25th anniversary of the Arkansas 9. Not once did he mention racism. And the only time you see white papers mention racism when they're talking about Minister Farrakhan or Jesse Jackson. New York Times have never used the term racism for a white person. Are y'all crazy? Do you have any shame? Can you walk around being as sick as you are and as unhealthy as you are and praying and going to church all the time? What God you think you in tune to? You go to church, you kneel down on your knees with sugar diabetes and high blood, and you come out. God can get rid of anything. Anything. So we know it's a God, so there must be something wrong with your prayers. Try shutting up. Yeah, try stop saying them old hustling prayers. Just fall on your knees and go, well, God, you know. Yeah, they still debating how many black men showed up at the Million Man March. I told Minister Farrakhan that I went to his house 6 months before the march. I said, my brother, they're not going to give you a fair count. Oh, you straighten out this bow tie. Say, my brother, let me tell you about Allah. I said, man, you don't have to tell me about how much power it is in praying to the east, but the last time I checked, the march was taking place in the west. He said, well, what do you suggest we do? I said, we need to go there and have a rumble. He said, you mean fight? Yeah, that's what rumble used to mean when you was a Christian. They didn't listen to me. They still arguing now how many black folks showed up. Had we gone there and had a rumble, I can just see the headlines now. 30 million of them showed up. And 5 million of them attacked this 75-year-old white woman. July, if I took over the country, they got these rockets and probers. They got this thing on 4th of July, landed on Mars and sniffed the rock and sent back a 10 billion year history. But they can't make my old lady a pair of nylons that don't run. Or they can't find them bums that white boy lost when he crashed into the mountain. Y'all need to bring that sniffer home since it's supposed to be so good. I'm supposed to believe what y'all telling me? I mean, the way y'all lie to me about stuff right here I'm looking at? Please. I'm still trying to get the O.J. Simpson trial out of my head. I mean, I was looking at Marv Albertson trial. The more I was looking at Marv Albertson, I was thinking about O.J. I mixed them up. I got O.J. on my conscience. I kept looking at the Marv Albertson and I kept saying, if the panties fit, you must not acquit. Well, Marv was cool. I'll be honest, I'd never heard of him because I don't care that much about sports. I care a lot about physical fitness. I don't care that much about sports. And so after he got busted, then I kind of checked him out, and I didn't realize he's like one of the premier. I mean, he made big money announcing sports. Because some of y'all knew that, right? And this woman, she wasn't even a white woman that busted him. She's from El Salvador or Santo Domingo or something. And they're going to let some South American woman come in and bust a prime white boy? Please. I'm not saying he didn't do what they said he'd do, but this is my America. That boy made somebody mad at NBC. He either hit on somebody's wife, or after that trial come out, might have hit on their son. Remember, white folk loved Bill Cosby. I mean, you couldn't find nobody that loved Brother Bill any more than white folk until he made the mistake to say, I want to buy NBC. And the boy ain't had no peace since, from killing his son to he can't crack the top 40 in his ratings. But they loved him before that. Them white folk loved him. They let that boy advertise tapioca. You know how that white boy feel about his pudding now. Bill be walking through the Jello. And after that nigga been in the Jello, white folks say, give me some. He was they man. Now, it wouldn't have bothered a white racist system had Bill Cosby not had the money to buy it. Oh, they'd have been writing editorials. Oh, what a nice thing for a black man to own that. But the boy could have backed it up. He gave $20 million to Spelman. Then the next thing you know, he got this tragedy going on. Then some girl named Jackson said, Bill's my daddy. Bill was such a nice gentleman. I was with Jesse Jackson not too long ago, and I said, Jesse, next time you see Bill, you ought to just thank him and tell him what a wonderful gentleman he is, because all this tragedy, first he loses his boy, and this woman named Jackson say he her daddy, and I'll be honest with you, Jesse, if a woman named Jackson say I'm her daddy, I'm blaming that girl on you. I will call up your family and say, y'all come on in town and meet your new sister. But somewhere, when you think about, the games that they play, the games 24 hours a day that go down. And like I said, they can go up. They got a satellite up there right now, can take a picture of a stamp outside this building and can tell you if the stamp's been canceled or if it's fresh. But they can't give us a right count on the million man. Is it something about nappy hair and gravity? And Muslims are funny. I mean, black folks is funny. We got some black folks in our neighborhood. They call themselves black Muslims. We call them black Muslims. And Honorable Elijah Muhammad, if this was a white man, we'd see pictures, streets be named. Because what did he do? He put a thing out here that none of them need. No drugs, no whiskey, no wine, no alcohol, no nicotine, no caffeine. And we act like they don't exist. We still run around trying to find a cure to our loved ones. They got it. And you know something different about them? Niggas ain't got no bumps on their face. Face just as smooth as a brand new baby's booty. No bumps. They're just as mannerable and polite. They be here in Atlanta, 140 degrees in the summertime with a winter suit on and a tie and a bow tie, and they don't sweat. And y'all walk past them like, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I wasn't into my stuff and had my body together, now I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna join the Muslim church. I'd kidnap me one of them. I'd put that nigga, you gonna tell me how come you don't get hot? Here, smoke this cigarette. Snort this cocaine. Nigga, what kind of nigga is you? Y'all act like they don't even exist. Y'all act like y'all can't learn nothing from them. But if them was white folk doing that, you'd be paying them $10,000, $15,000 come to your church and talk to the community. And you black folk got to stop being all emotional too. They're too emotional. That's why I tell all my white friends, I say, you know, keep your money in black banks. I said, well, you know, you super black. That's what the black bank is. No, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I like these white dudes. And I tell them to keep their money in a black bank. Not that a black bank going to survive after the white bank closed, but black folks so emotional, you can walk in the black bank and know a month ahead of time something wrong. I mean, I'm around some white folks in New York City, Chase Manhattan, they don't have no emotions. Cold-blooded white boy. I'm in the Chase Manhattan last Friday, and this cold-blooded white boy selling this 98-year-old white woman a 30-year CD with a straight face. And explaining to her what the penalty is going to be if she try to cash it in early. Now, you know that could never happen in a black bank. You see a 98-year-old black woman coming in trying to buy a 30-year CD. I can see that sister now. Put her hand, girl, you better take this money and go out there and try to have yourself a good time. You ain't got but about 2 more days to live. I told my wife, we safe in the black bank because you just tune into the emotions. You can tell when something wrong in the black bank. You walk in, tell her sleep. Guard reading the warrant ads. My wife said, that don't mean nothing. I said, write out a check for $5. She wrote out a check for $5. They cashed it with pennies. Before she could say that, they got 3 dudes ran in and said, this is a stick up. Teller fell on the floor and laughed. Said, if you want some serious money, you better go across the street and rob Safeway. The games. Emotional. I was looking at what's the brother at the National Baptist Church, Lions. Now, I mean, did y'all follow that? Now, you couldn't make a more stupid statement than he made. That's emotions. I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about? I mean, here's a brother, he over in Africa with a woman. Now, I can't say it's his woman because I ain't talked to him, but he with a sister. His wife at home signs the deed to a house. Y'all know what I'm talking about? $700,000 house with him and her name on it. So she go there and set the house on fire. Did y'all follow that? She on her way back home and hit a tree. Did y'all, come on, y'all know what I'm talking about? The police show up because of the accident and she set the house on fire. Now, what kind of emotionalism is that? They didn't know nothing about no house on fire. She hit a damn tree. Police show up. She got good insurance. She said, my husband and this old no good woman, they got a house together. Police probably going crazy. He said, well, come on, they trying to get her to the hospital. They think she's delirious. And I just went and set the house on fire. And then y'all read the story with all emotions? Because I got some serious questions asked. Don't doubt that it happened. I mean, I'm married. Suppose my wife looking through my stuff and find a deed with another woman's on it. Name on. That don't give her the keys to the house. They left a lot out the story for me just to, how she get in the house? And look here. You got a $700,000 house down on the water. You ain't just left town, you done left the country. You got good locks plus a good electronical system on that house. How she get past the security without tipping it off? How come somebody didn't know she was in that house? Y'all's emotions gonna get y'all in trouble. I'm not saying the brother didn't do it. I'm just saying what they feeding me. Then it happens on Sunday, but the news don't hit till Wednesday. They held it till Wednesday. So that tell me white folks negotiating. If you do this, we won't do this. Then they catch up with him in Africa on Thursday. He was just strolling down Africa in the fatherland with his lady on his arm. I said, wonder what them white folk doing over here. You'll know in a few minutes. They went over and broke the news to him. He got back on a plane and hurried up back. Then he got all emotional. Did y'all hear the press conference? These white folk just doing this to me because they don't like to see a brother that's making it. Out of all the stuff you can blame on white folk, I mean, you could even blame that on them, but just don't be stupid. Don't have no emotions. I mean, if I was in Africa and my old lady go through and she find a deed, $700,000 house with another woman's name on it and set the house on fire and the press come to me, I do like them white boys do. I have no comment. Why y'all always feel y'all got to answer white folks? When they came out against Ebonics, they ran to Jesse. Jesse Jackson, what do you think about against Ebonics? I'm against Ebonics. How can Jesse Jackson be against Ebonics when that's all he taught? Up with hope, down with dope. That's Ebonics. What in the hell is down with dope? Smoking a reefer under the coffee table? Y'all always feel like y'all got the hand. White folks take a mic up in front of you. What do you think about it? The boy wouldn't have had no emotions. They'd have ran to him and told him, you just be strong, be cool. Say, I have no comment. But when you want to answer us, I'll have a press conference when I get back. Keep your lady on your arm. Get off the plane. All them white boys will be there. I'm only talking to Jet Magazine. I know they understand. Because the brothers and the sisters want to see what that $700,000 house look like. And you know Ebony gonna run that sprayer there. And I'd have held me a press conference on Friday just like he did. But it would have been with no emotions. I would have said, as a black minister, that 8 million black folks I serve. I must say that I made an awful mistake and misjudged some things last week. I went to Africa. Come here, Mildred, with Mildred. When I got there and unpacked, I realized I'd made this horrible mistake. I called down the street to the next hotel where Mildred was staying. I said, Mildred, just awful what had happened. I packed up my wife's medicine. She said, what medicine? Well, you know, she's had a nerve problem since high school. You know, she's really kind of crazy, you know, but these pills kind of keep her in check, and I got them with me, so no telling what might happen between now and time we get back. That ends that. No more press conference. She crazy. Leave her alone. She got her pills now, and she all right. That's all. He talking about white folks don't like to see a brother making it. And everybody know, even white folk mess up when they ain't taking their pills. Look at Ted Turner. Everybody know Ted is manic depressive. Y'all know that? He went to New York the other day and didn't take his pills. That high hit him. He gave $1 billion to the UN. Didn't mean to. that thing hit him, whoo, he said, take my money. James sitting there nervous, right? Oh, James, where are your pills? Then he got back and got his pills. It was too late then. He demanded all other rich people give their money away too. He said, oh, no, we take our pills, boy. I mean, somewhere. And then another thing you black folk got to be careful with is where you get your information from. Money is not power. Education is not power. Information is power. If I give you bad information, you have bad power. People who love you can give you wrong information and not even know it's wrong. I got it in my house. My mama messed me up before I even knew there was white folks. Son, you got to be twice as good as white folks. Why would you even program that filth into a child? That's like telling a child that because you black, they're going to change white folks' dollar for $1, but they're going to change yours for 38 cents. Why would you prepare a child to take an insult like that and then call it love? There's a universal God integrity in your body, and that God force say, anytime you stoop below my dignity just so you can eat or be safe, I'll destroy you from the inside. That's why you got your sugar diabetes and high blood pressure. That's why you got more sickness than anybody on the planet. You make more money, got more education, have a high standard of living than most white folks on this planet, but you have sickness that far surpasses third world poverty-stricken countries. There's 1 billion people on this planet that make less than $1 a day, and their sickness don't match yours. And you don't even have the wisdom and the knowledge to stop by and say, God, what am I doing wrong? My mother told me once, I was 9 years old, sitting in the room, you just hate for your mama to be wrong. I kept on trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I even got to the Bible, said, honor your father, and I'll honor them if they're honorable. No, I mean that. I ain't never said the Lord's Prayer and asked God to lead me away from temptation. What God gonna lead you into a whole house in first? That line don't even make sense. So I know somebody changed that. Lead me not into temptation. God gonna lead you into a dope house and a whole house. Y'all better start using your God-given intelligence when y'all read stuff that other people done tampered with. Just cause it's the church don't mean nothing. Look at the Pope. The Pope didn't go to Mother Teresa's funeral, but showed up at Bob Dylan's concert. Tell me when she's gonna be a saint. One thing I like about the Catholic Church, they taught me that prayers work. Yeah, prayers work. You can tell the way them priests been ripping off them little bit boys. You know prayers work. I can just see priests ripping off that boy now praying and say, God, I know what I'm doing. It's not right. So I'm not going to ask you to forgive me. Just baffle their mind so they won't remember it for about 40, 50 years. And it worked. Cat be walking down the street, 90 years old, with his wife and start screaming, what's wrong? Father O'Malley ripped me off when? In 1904. Honor thy father and mother. I mean, Hitler's children are supposed to honor him because he's their daddy. Are you some kind of fool? Oh, redneck, cracker, Ku Klux Klan, nigger-hating white boy that'll lynch you from a high tree, and you gonna tell these children to honor him because he's their daddy? You must be some kind of sick. Honor you if you honorable. Honor is not something that you just hand out and just give to somebody because somebody put in some pages of a book. My mama sitting there one day talking all that old nonsense. Don't care what kind of job you got, boy. Just be the best. Now, that was really feeling good there for a minute. I knew something kind of went off when she said job. Something said, where's she coming from? She said, I don't care if you ain't doing nothing but washing toilets. Be the best toilet washer. I got him walk, what the hell I want to be the best toilet washer in the world for? Y'all crazy. Let me make toilets. Well, I want to be the best shoe shine boy in the world. Let me make shoes. Mama, since you programming this young mind, don't program me into nothing negative. The game, y'all better start listening. Black on black crime. What is black on black crime? And I tell white folks, I tell y'all, white folks, y'all better start listening to black folks because they might be talking about y'all. See, black folks ain't saying we shouldn't do crime. We saying we shouldn't do it to each other. So who be's left? I keep saying, what's wrong with black on black crime? If we all went to China tonight, who you think killing Chinese in China? And if we go to Italy tomorrow, who you think killing Italians in Italy? And if 98% of all white folks that was murdered in America last year was murdered by white folks, and they ain't talking about white on white crime, why are you talking about black on white crime? It's talking about defamation. They did it to the Jews, Hitler, right before he rolled on them. They scared you so much with crime. I mean, they got black folks scared that somebody's going to take something from them, and they ain't got nothing. Yeah. Fear. They do anything just to keep you scared. Fear. Fear and God do not occupy the same space. My old dumb cousin called me not too long ago. Scared. Brother Greg, they're going to repossess my car. What must I do? Don't park in front of the house. Car green, painted black. Repossessors is not the smartest people on the planet. Oh, dumb stupid cousin in Kansas City. He got 27 locks on his door, on his house, and ain't got nothing in the house. I said, boy, if somebody broke in this house, they'd leave something. House so small, he stuck the key in the door one day and stabbed 12 people. And they was in the backyard. Got this old nasty, dirty, greasy car. If you were stupid enough to ride with him, you need a tetanus shot. He thinks somebody want to steal it. So about 2 months ago, he went out and bought one of them clubs. I called my sister the other night in Kansas City, and she said 2 nights ago somebody stole the club and left the car. Fear? Scared of what? 98% of all homicides in America is caused by friends or relatives. Ask the little Ramsey girl. 96% of all homicides in America is caused over arguments, not breaking and entry. We don't need more locks on our door. We need locks on our attitude. I mean, they just show you, just run you. I had so much OJ in my head. I ain't lying. I watched it every day. Every day I watched it. At nights I played a rerun. Weekend I was a nervous wreck, waiting on it to come back again. And the last 2 weeks before that damn OJ first one was over, I was looking at it and something came over me. I thought I did it. I called my wife, say, baby, get them tight gloves. I'm going to turn myself in. Y'all couldn't see through that and think you know God? A black man accused of killing 2 white folks in America, and they let that nigga show up in court every day with a brand new tailor-made outfit on, and y'all didn't see that was Hollywood in a script and a whole game they was playing? If OJ killed her, I killed her. But how do I be married to Lillian for 39 years and she get murdered tonight and I just happen to cut my thumb? So what's that script about? I could handle it if he had something to do with it. He didn't know no more about what was going on that night than I did. He on TV on the Larry King show 3 weeks ago. I still love Nicole, and every night I go to sleep, she comes to me in my dream. I tried to call the boy, but his phone was disconnected. If I'd have got him, I told him next time she come to you, ask her who did it. How you gonna kill somebody in America, all that blood, and ain't no bloody footprints leading away from the... How many of y'all know they got helicopters, they can push a button, they go into what they call a whisper mode? How many of y'all know that? What does that mean? That means all of us, what's your name, brother? We could all be at your house tonight in your backyard at a picnic, and they could have 50 helicopters over us in a whisper move, and we wouldn't hear them. And they drop them ladders down and come down and murder all of us and go back up. We wouldn't hear nothing, but your dog would hear it. Now you see why the OJ dog was acting crazy, but didn't nobody else hear nothing but the dog. I mean, y'all crazy. No footprints leading away. And if I flew by your backyard and dropped the glove out, a helicopter, the wind would blow it, right? So I have to put it in a container, right? That's what that boy heard hitting that house. Boom, that was the container they had it in. How long? How long y'all just let them just manufacture stuff and manufacture stuff? You don't even have to be smart. They say, hey, OJ did this, and y'all thought y'all had to have an opinion. All you had to say was, so what? So what? They run around asking black folks, how many black folks was at the Million Man March? How many black folks in there? Everybody's all these months. It was such and such. They come up to me, how many? I said, goo gobs of niggas, and kept going. They got them. They don't know what goo gobs mean. The guy had to call NBC's, CNN. He said it was goo gobs. What does that mean? They hit the computer, goo gobs. Nothing came back. They had to come back and say, Mr. Gregory, when they call you Mr., you got them. Mr. Gregory, here, boy. What do you mean by goo gobs? And that's when you get them. You put that deep look in your eye, like wisdom is slipping in. You know what I'm talking about? You sisters see it all the time. The brothers be trying to look spiritual. Ain't nothing but nigger lust. Hey, sister, what's your sign? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Reach in your throat like the white folk do when they get ready to lie. Well, you want to know what goo gobs is? Have you ever been out in the wilderness? And as far as you can see where the sky meets the earth, that white boy said, yes, yes, yes. What do goo gobs mean? Well, goo gobs mean there's some niggas on the other side of that. Fear, scared of everything. All fear works the same way. When fear transferred past this fight or flight thing up here, it ain't no such thing as good fear and bad fear. Fear is fear. And the body reacts to it. Tears up your immune system. Fear. I wonder if my lady gonna leave me. I wonder if I'll have my job. I wonder if I can get this new car. You're always worried about something. Then after you get it, now you worry about how you're going to pay for it. You already got it. Let it go. You got it. You possess it. They trying to repossess. You possess. It's possession. Don't worry about the I got it. They call y'all be lying. Tell them I'm not home. Never lie to a bill collector. Ask yourself a simple question. First, did I get the stuff? Yes. Second, do I have the money to pay for it? If it's yes, then the next question is, am I going to pay for it? If it's no, go for it. Now, the easy one is, did I get the stuff? Yes. Do I have the money to pay for it? No. Am I going to give it back? No. Then go for it. Don't be walking around all scared every time the phone rings, scared to answer it. Go pick that phone up. Hello. D.Gregory, yeah, this is Dick. They don't know what to say when you say it's you. They've been trained that you're going to say you're not there. When you say it's you, they got to run to the manual. What do you say when they say they there? Huh? He come back. This is not you. I said, boy, how old are you? You're 22 years old. Let me tell you something. I've been owing this company this money for 38 years. I mean, boy, before you was born, I owed this money to these folks. What makes you think you're going to collect it in your lifetime? When I first got married, that was the only problem Lillian had. She couldn't have no debt. You know, she over at University of Chicago, over there with all them educated folks over there at University of Chicago, rated one of the top 3 schools in the world. We get married. When we gonna pay Sears and Roebuck? You act like we got some money. We don't have no money. And when I get some money, Sears and Roebuck is not my first priority. And Sears and Roebuck knew I wasn't going to pay for that stuff when I got it. On the back of the application, they said, who's going to pay for this? I said, your mama. 2 weeks later, I thought Lil had a nervous breakdown. I walk in the house, she hollering and screaming, they did it, they did it. I said, what's wrong, baby? Sears and Roebuck, final notice. I said, thank God we won't be hearing from them no more. Oh, final notice mean to me. The games. Do you know bill collectors cannot call you after 8 o'clock at night? It's federal law. Federal law. But ain't no law that you can't call them. I call my bill collectors home 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I try to catch them doing something. Stop doing whatever you do. I want to discuss this bill. And you know when you call them bill collectors at home in the middle of the morning, you know when you went in, when you call their house and you hear them say, tell them I'm not home. Those are games they play. Somewhere when you stop and think about the games, and after you do everything you can in them little low-level intimidators, when they can't get no money from you, then they send it to a different level. They send it to them PhDs, them psychiatrists, them sociologists. Oh, they have a different tack. Hi there, guy. When can we expect a payment? I said, well, I'm not in control of your expectations. Matter of fact, you can expect a payment all the time. Matter of fact, my brother, you sound so positive. Have you checked the mail this morning? Fear. Then I hear people talk about how awful it is to be black in America today. Black, bad to be black in America today? Try Biloxi, Mississippi, 1942. It's great to be black in America today. I mean, think about how much never before in the history of this planet have anybody made the progress that we black folks have made in America, even with black folks and white folks lying to one another. Hey, Michael Jackson's a good example of progress in America. I mean, think about it. Here's a poor black boy born in utter poverty in Gary, Indiana, ends up being a rich white man. Only in America. And old Marv Alverson, old Marv was getting away there for a minute. Oh, they was nasty the first day. The second day they was kind of, and the third day he just said, I plead guilty. Did y'all follow that? Did they tell you why he pleaded guilty? Huh? This was the New York Post. That's why I have to read all the papers. Friday, pleaded guilty. Thursday, Friday, September the 26th, 1997. Prosecutor wanted to call Albert's transvestite lover. That's a black man. that he'd been living with for 15 years in New York. Oh, they was really going to get down in. There it is. I didn't make it up. There it is. See it right there? See it? Can you see it, miss? See it? What's that say?
Prosecutor wants to call Albert
Transatlantic love. And then in the inside, it tell you who that nigga was. Well, Albert been taking care of him for 15 years. And then that next day, they released the 911 tapes. Didn't y'all hear that? Did anybody hear the 911 tapes? That was released on Albert? The woman when she was making the call to the police? That's very important. No, none of y'all heard it? You heard it. But she said she was on a payphone, remember? And they said, well, where are you? And she couldn't make out the street name. She said, I'm on 20th, and then she made it out. And they said, what happened? And she said, this man had bit me and had brutalized me and sexually raped me. And she said, well, where is the man now? Remember that? And she said, he's in his hotel room. Remember that? And they did not go and arrest him. And she told them where he was. And he never got arrested and didn't know anything was going on. I didn't say he didn't do it. He didn't know that there was no legal stuff going on until a grand jury indicted him secretly and held a press conference. That's the way they do in America when you mess with the wrong people. That's right. That's what I mess with the wrong people every time. I say, ain't nothing you can do to me. So what you gonna do? Lie on me if you want to. Who cares? None of my friends believe what NBC say about me. CNN asked me the other day, Mr. Gregory, you've been fasting for 30-some years. What do your doctor think? My doctor been dead 27 years. Listen. So real rich white folks. Those I can handle. I'm talking about serious white folks. Tiger Woods, he was funny, wasn't he? Tiger Woods said that he wasn't black. Said he has Asian, Thai, Caucasian. He called the roll. Then last month, did y'all see where he said he been getting death threats? I wonder which one of them they want to kill. When that old crazy white boy got what's that white boy telling about them collard greens? What's his name? Fuzzy. Oh, Fuzzy didn't call off no tie-dyed. He didn't call off no white-dyed. He didn't talk about no lobster Newburgh. He talked about a nigger dish, boy. I sure was glad they kind of cooled that one out, because if they'd have kept running that one and kept running that, and they'd have kept printing in the white paper about collard greens, and next thing you know, white folks would have tasted them, and next thing you know, white folks would have taken a liking to them, and you know what happened to the price of stuff when white folks fall in love with it. I mean, the price of collard greens would have went so sky high, eating collard greens in the ghetto would end up being a spectator sport. Progress? I mean, do you know what we're doing? Progress? I mean, think about it for a minute. Progress. How far we've come in such a short period of time. I was with some black militant brothers and sisters 3 weeks ago. Immigration is shut up! Y'all always can get around black folks and go crazy, but when you're around white folks, I can't hear from y'all. I be in all kind of meetings. I can't hear from y'all. At all. Where's that sister tonight that was telling me she was with me when we was at the radio station? She's still here. Sister came up to me, and we came in, we dogged these white folks. Then we jumped in there, Al Sharpton came in, we was out there. Them white folks came out there with the top money folks, and they said, we're not meeting with all of you people. D.Gregory, we'll meet with you. You remember that? Integration without using the word segregation. Don't put this burden on me. There wouldn't have been a need for the word integration had they not had you under a rigid segregation pattern. But you ain't gonna mess with them. And I was out there. I was at the forefront of this battle. I ain't talking about what I got to read in some damn history book. I was out there. And I'll tell you why we ended up with integration. Go back and listen to Dr. King's speeches. Listen to what they twisted them now. Dr. King never said to white folks that it ain't about the color of your skin but the contents of your character. He did not say that. And why y'all let white folks throw that back at you? Dr. King said, one day there will come a time when my little black children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but the content of their character. That's what he said. He did not say it's not about the color of your skin, but the content of your character. And that boy then twisted that thing all the way around. I was there on the front line. Me and my wife, my oldest daughter got arrested when she was like 2 years old, and my second daughter got arrested. She was like 13 months old. We were sitting in the street in Chicago. When I was in jail that night, I had Lil in one jail and the children in another jail. And the guy said to me, "You don't look sad." I said, "Sad about what?" "Well, they took your 2 children and put in jail." I said, "Did you hear what my one daughter said?" My second daughter, she's 13 months old. When they snatched her out my wife's arm, she looked at me and said, "Dad, we're in trouble." I wish my mother had got me in a situation when I was 13 years old that I would have known we was in trouble. I didn't find out we was in trouble till I was grown. We backed this white racist system all the way up to the door, and baby, we was dealing. Old folks, young folks, short folks, tall folks, black folks, yellow, we was marching. 80% of them was women, marching every day. We went through his dogs and said, "Bring your tigers. When you get through your tigers, we'll be ready for your elephants. But you can't stop this one." And then one day we backed him up against the wall, and he threw the door and said, "What you want?" And we looked behind us, and y'all wasn't there. That's what happened. A handful of black folks out here fighting a filthy system that's killing you, and you wasn't there. And that's why we had to ask for nothing, because we had no troops. And now this same racist system that's choking you, you want to debate integration. Well, let me tell you something about integration. Do you know what effect integration have had on white folks? When Fuzzy Zelman made that little nasty remark, Kmart canceled a $17 million contract per year. Why? Do you know any black you ever seen in your life on their way to Kmart's to get some golfing equipment? I've been married to that black woman 39 years. I want a divorce. I don't have to ask. All I got to do is get her address from Kmart's. And it's over. Kmart is white folks. We have impressed white folks so much. The decent white folks in this country who's in the majority. We have had such a profound respect on them that Kmart canceled that white boy's contract because they was worried how white folks was going to react to his statement, not you. They know how most of y'all going to react. Going to sit around high-fiving, balling your fists up, but they ain't going to do nothing. You still be going in Kmart. Sit around bad-mouthing the Korean in your neighborhood, and after you get bad-mouthed, you go get a hot link to take home for your old lady. Koreans selling all the wigs and black women wearing them. And we ain't got enough integrity to say to the man who make the wigs, you gonna sell wigs to Koreans cheaper than you sell them, then let Koreans wear them. Because we ain't gonna wear them no more. We got to start forming coalitions. If Lockheed can hook up with Marietta and Boeing can hook up with McDonald, what y'all waiting for? Why y'all still out here thinking you can do it by yourself? Something wrong. We got to have churches hooking up. We got to have schools hooking up. We got to have different groups that never even thought about hooking up before hooking up, because there's a new vibration out here now. How long? I mean, think about it. Think about what they're telling us. When Texaco sitting in a meeting and the dude said nigger one time, and in 24 hours they stock dropped $1.5 billion. Y'all know about that? How many black folks you know own Texaco stock? That was white folks they was worried about reacting. The white folks who we have had a profound effect on them. While y'all running around selling them wolf tickets, talking about integration and heritage, integration. Look, we had black businesses. Y'all don't complain about integration of ball team have put black baseball out of business. Why you pick what you want to pick and choose what you want to choose? Huh? One thing about powerful white folk, real white folk like Texaco, Texaco, when do the word nigger not be nigger? When Texaco get caught using it. Oh yeah, New York Times broke that story. I never will forget. I opened up my paper that morning, front page of the New York Times. Texaco at a meeting was caught using the word nigger. And then NBC, CBS, ABC ran with that night. Ted Koppel had this next day. Then 4 days later, after Ted Koppel had the chairman of Texaco on, then, well, how do you feel about, oh, we're very sorry. That's not the policy of our company. Well, what do you mean? Well, how do you feel about them saying nigger in the board meeting? And boy, the white folk can say nigger now. You think you can say nigger? White folk can say nigger. I had a white boy call me nigger, couldn't even talk. 3 days later, the chairman of Texaco had a press conference. He says, we've been maligned. We've had these tapes enhanced. And we found out that that was not the word nigger he said. He said St. Nicholas. Boy, I was so happy to find out Santa Claus was a nigger, I didn't know what to do. I'm 65 years old. The word been nigger, 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 nigger all my life. And then all at once, when it get to the point that the word nigger in America look like it's going to free a nigger, they changed it to the N-word. They didn't say nigger no more, they said the N-word. And then Mark Furman, I mean, I was hoping he didn't get no big time. I was hoping the judge gave him about 2 or 3 days in jail. I think that'd been enough time to spend in jail with the N people. Mark Furman said nigger 40 times, but Mark Furman didn't have no Texaco money, so all 40 of his niggas stayed niggers. See what big money would do? Matter of fact, I was a little surprised that the judge didn't give Mark Furman some time, but put him on 2 years probation and fined him $200. He said nigger 40 times, that's about $5.20 a nigger. But you know, God is good. Within 90 days after Mark Furman was just fined $200 for using the word nigger, Texaco got caught using the word nigger one time, and they stock dropped $1.5 billion overnight. Woo! I ain't gonna lie to you, at them prices, I'm about ready to be one. Lord, we have made a difference. And when I first wrote my book, I put the word out there in everybody's face. Nigger, nigger, nigger. That's what I named my book. Take it out the closet. Dedicated to my mother. Dear Mom, wherever you are, if ever you hear the word nigger again, remember they just advertised in my book. And when that whole Mark Furman thing came up, nigger, 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 oh, the sales went up now. I've been knowing Mark Furman lived in Idaho. I just got his personal address the other day, so I sent his wife a case of niggers. Put a little note in there, take these niggers to bed with you. Please. How long? So where do we go from here? Take care of your body. Take care of your body. Well, I got in town today, Picked up the Sunday papers, Sunday New York Times, front page. Sunday New York Times, October the 19th. Analysts expect health premiums to rise shortly. 46% of all hospital beds in America was empty last year. Not because Americans is not sick enough to fill them, they've been priced out of the hospital. And there's going to come a day that ain't nobody but a handful of rich folks in America going to be able to afford to go to the hospital. What they're really trying to tell y'all now, and y'all better hear them, that you better start being responsible for your own health. It ain't too many things we can be responsible for, but my health is one of them. And you talking to somebody that know I went the whole route. 5 of scotch a day, 4 packs of cigarettes every day, went up to 365 pounds. Nobody was worried about my health. Now I just get me a bottle of calcium and drink it all down. Hey man, that's too much calcium. Too much calcium. As long as I was drinking whiskey, I wasn't a nut. As long as I was smoking, I wasn't a nut. After 360 pounds, I wasn't a nut. Man, I got a health food. I'm a health food nut. Walk. You black folks, all y'all ought to start walking. Exercise. Not running, walking. You use 30% more muscles when you walk than you do when you run. I feels better running. Ain't got nothing to do with how you feel. People feel better under cocaine. We talking about violating the body. Walk. And I hate to even get involved with black folks tell y'all about health, because the first thing y'all be telling me today, I hear y'all now, I heard what you said about walking, but I got a bad leg. Walk bad. Walk the same way you do when you be buying them lottery tickets. You know what I love about the human body? You can do anything you want to do. That's that human thing. Anything you want to do, you can do. You ever go to the shopping mall, They got 40,000 parking spaces out there for cars. All of them are full except the handicap. And you know they ain't coming. And you better not park in there. You go to the drugstore, handicap parking. Supermarket, handicap parking. Go to jail, handicap parking. Come to school, handicap parking. You know where there ain't no handicap parking? At the liquor store. They say, you want this bottle? You get out that wheelchair and come on in here and get it. You need any help? I don't need no help to get my whiskey. Today, it's a strange day to be here. I went in Wanzu shop today. He's talking about shop till you drop. Can you imagine? We here today celebrating the 19th anniversary of this health food store. In our neighborhood, he didn't make you come downtown. He don't run around with all kinds of bulletproof glass like he's scared of you. I came in today, picked up your paper. I was born October the 12th, 1932. I'm 65 years old. Front page headline of your paper, funeral services Tuesday for Coca-Cola CEO. He's also 65 years old. He was never born on welfare. I was. I made millions of dollars, didn't behave myself, lost it, made millions of dollars, didn't behave myself, lost it. They repossessed me out of my house with the whole world looking. I just laughed. You serious? I was looking for a house when I found this one. I'm 65 years old. I said to my wife 3 weeks ago, I'm 65, you 60. We've been married 39 years. We haven't had a prescription filled since we've been married. Here's a man here. didn't know how to find it to the health food store here. And I did. 19 years. Here, brother, you've been in business 1 year before he got to be CEO. You've been here to serve him. He didn't even know how to get here. Smoked cigarettes all the way till he died. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all about real white folks. Real white folks that run and manipulate would never smoke a cigarette. Only a fool. All of that money, the boy damn near billionaire, he dead now. Me and him in the same town tonight. The only difference is I'm alive talking to you, he dead waiting to be put under the ground on Tuesday. Huh? And everything that he needed to cure him, I saw it on the shelf today. Everything. Killed at Emory Hospital. They're trying to figure out what's wrong. Take care of your body. Get into physical fitness, get into walking. The brother was so beautiful, he told you drink water, 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 water. Very important. Your body is water. You got 70 trillion cells in your body and 98% of it is water. Poor little black boys in America today, black teenage boys in America have a higher asthma death rate in America in 1 year than all the asthma deaths on this planet. And that don't bother you? Why are so many black boys dying from asthma? Because asthma basically comes from dehydration. Matter of fact, 90% of everything you die from starts off from dehydration. Asthma, you're so dehydrated, the brain sends a message down to squeeze the water out of the lungs. That's what an asthma attack is. And then you run and get a shot. Can you imagine somebody attacking you, you run to the doctor, give me a shot, this cat trying to murder me. You get an asthma attack, all you got to do is drink 6 quick glasses of water and that message will be resended. Huh? Come on, y'all. Water. Water. Little black boys in America don't drink water. Why? Because you don't buy it for them. What do you give them? Lemonade, Kool-Aid, Gatorade, soda pop. The soda pop man just died. Huh? Just died. And once you die, don't nothing stop. Oh, they might put the flags at half-mast at the Coke building, but they ain't going to say, we're going to stop selling Coke for 24 hours to mourn our brother that's lost. Come on, give me a break. Take care of your body. I was in Chicago 4th of July. I was out the south side. The brothers and sisters out there having a picnic. One little young brother that drank that old bad cheap wine. He laying out there knocked out, mouth all open, sleep, flies going in and out of his mouth, cocaine dust on his nose, reefer in his beard. I woke him up and gave him an apple. He said, is it organic? Take care of your body. Get up in the morning and do you some exercise. Stop with all that old negative stuff. Oh, my body hurts. Pray to your God. You believe in God? Pray to God. Meditate. See it leaving. Get up in the morning. Just rest. Relax. Trick yourself. Make like you ain't going to work. That's how I beat that job. Yeah, I made like I wasn't going to work so long that I didn't have no work to go to. White boy fired me just because I was happy. So why are you happy? Because I woke up. See, I've been waking up just in time to go to work. No, I wake up 3 hours ahead of time, just relax. By the time I get to work, I be mellowed out. Time I get to work, all my cells being opened up, and they start talking stuff to me. It didn't sound right. Do what? I just be so happy walking through there. Why this nigga smiling? Just happy. Be like the Muslims. You ever see the Muslims in the morning? All of them look like they going to work. Ain't none of them got no jobs. Muslims be out there selling bean pie in a damn suit and a tie and don't get no grease on this. But they never had but 2 bean pies. You ever seen a Muslim with a big old sack? They don't have no sack of bean pies. What are y'all really doing? I ain't never seen a Muslim with 5. Matter of fact, I ain't never seen a Muslim eat a bean pie. That's right. I bought a bean pie for a Muslim the other day. I said, you eat this. They be out there selling them newspapers. Sometimes them papers be 4 years old. Yeah, but a lot of black folks scared of Muslims. So y'all buy them anyway and act, oh, I was just come out. I just wanted me a 4-year-old final call. Thank you very much. Oh, black folks, do you know who we are? Money is not power. Education is not power. Information is power. When you go by the brother's store, go over to the corner and get the literature. Get those books. Get them herb books. Learn the vitamins. Learn what the various herbs do for the body. That's what it's going to come down to in a few minutes. When did I go out and take care of that athlete in L.A.? Remember? 3 months ago? 3 months ago. Charged him $10,000 an hour. He just blew a $30 million contract. Crack cocaine. Bring me somebody that's been drugged out for 30, 40 years. I'll give him back to you rinsed out clean in 18 hours. I got it all out the herb book. I didn't know nothing about it. I just went in and bought me some books and started reading it. And because I read it and you don't read, that's why I charge white boys so much. When I read 400 hours of the newspaper, they think I'm the brilliant, most bright thing in the world. You don't have to be no prophet to know that Princess Di was going to be murdered and that boy. You don't need no prophet to know that. All you had to do is just know some history. That they kept saying he was an Arab. He wasn't an Arab. He was an Egyptian. The queen gonna let the next heir to the throne after her son has some half brother or sister nigga? You don't have to be smart to know that. I'm wondering why y'all are shocked. Huh? This is Queen Elizabeth II. Have y'all, any of y'all remember Queen Elizabeth I? Married to George III? The ghetto niggas say George Trey. Queen Elizabeth I had a sister she loved named Charlotte. Before the queen married the king, her name was Mecklenburg. So her sister's name was Mecklenburg. And they were so happy. She's your sister, she's married to the king, and you just feel so happy for her. Oh, Charlotte, she loves you. And then one day, Elizabeth looked at Charlotte's hair, and Charlotte's hair started getting nappy. And Elizabeth said, Charlotte, what has Papa done? Said, well, we can't mess up this good thing, so we're going to send you to the new world. And y'all know the story? Or am I the only one know it? They sent her to America. Gave her big bucks. Said, we love you, but don't mess up my thing, girl. Oh, the girl goes, Charlotte, y'all need to go to history. Y'all need to go to the library and check out Charlotte Mecklenburg. Girl did good. Did so good, they named a city after her in North Carolina called Charlotte, and just happened to be in the county of Mecklenburg. Mecklenburg County is Charlotte's last name. And you know they wasn't going to let that happen over again. So Di, she didn't know that. She just so happy, talking about, I'm just so happy. Well, you better be. Quick. That's how they do things. So on the 14th of August, on the radio show I do in Washington, D.C., I said, well, both of them probably be dead for the end of the month. And they was dead, so they played that tape all that Monday. Everybody called me. CBS, NBC, 60 Minutes. Come on, now don't go. Y'all think I'm stupid enough to believe I knew what was going to happen, but y'all didn't? That's all the stuff, how she was pregnant, and you remember when they massaged the heart? You see them massage. Did y'all follow that? So they cut open so they could take that baby out of it. Y'all ever known anybody have an accident and didn't die from the injuries, died from a heart attack? Give me a break. Here, turn to page 3. The next page. What's that headline say?
Egyptians claim Diana assassinated.
The #1 paper in Egypt, that's the headline they had the next day after they was murdered, the Egyptian paper. The Americans don't want to deal with it because this paper is just respected as much in the Middle East as the New York Times is in the Western world. And they said, headline, Egyptian claim Diana was assassinated. You don't have to be no prophet to know that. And that car they supposed to have been in, that Mercedes 600, ain't but 12 of them in the world. You know, like they got a good Cadillac and a bad Cadillac, but they both called Cadillacs. What's that old computer boy's name? Bill Gates. Yeah, he makes $400 million a month. He can't afford one of them real Mercedes 600s because it ain't got nothing to do with your money. It got something to do with you a real white boy. Okay. That one that the Queen rides in. You can take it up and drop it out of a 747.